We're here with colour psychology expert Karen Haller. What exactly is colour psychology?
So colour psychology is about how we are influenced by colour, how colour makes us feel on a physical level, on a mental level, on a emotional level. So all different levels, and it's usually happening on a very unconscious level, so we don't even know it's happening. So that's really what the study of colour psychology is.
Right, and how important is colour to us then?
Colour is in everything, on everything that we buy. It's in our home, it's on our food, it's in branding, it's in products. So colour has an influence on an emotional level to either make us buy something or not, or eat something or not.
So I always heard that when you want to be in a relaxing room, it always has to be yellows or greens, and if you want something more fiery, dangerous, it's a red room. Is that?
So what you're talking about there is the positive and negative traits of colour, and each colour has qualities, positive and negative qualities. So yellow is actually the colour of sunshine, the colour of happiness, but it's also a very uplifting colour. So if you want to relax, say, in your living room, you might possibly not use a lot of yellow because it might be too uplifting, where green is the colour of tranquility, the colour of
nature,
the grass, and it's also very, very relaxing.
But on those colours on an interior, though, it's not necessarily saying that you need to paint your walls green to do that. It's always having key elements, possibly, where you'd have bits of green that would give you that.
Yeah, and it's feeling. As much as you need, because everybody, this is where it's very personal, everybody needs a different proportion of a certain colour, and it's what's right for you. So it's using the right colours for you.
And so people use colour a lot in marketing. So if you want to say something's green, good for the environment, use green.
Yes, that's one of the colours you could use.
Exciting, you'd possibly use red.
Red, yep.
Yeah. So that's how they.
Yeah, to do with it's looking at what message you want to give.
So we've got McDonald's there. Does that mean chips are dangerous?
No, it doesn't. So what they're doing is they're targeting children. So red is the colour of excitement, of energy, and the colour of stimulation, and yellow is the colour of happiness.
Right.
And the colour of fun. So they're trying to get people in, have a really joyful experience, but in quick and out, because red is also a very fast colour, so it's the colour that we see as being speed and fast. In, eat and out. And they're trying to attract children.
Let's talk about food, because we've got some food coloured blue here.
I think it looks horrible and you don't.
No, I think that one looks quite exciting, but I think that looks horrible and that looks horrible. Why?
Innately, well, before we could speak, colour was our signalling language, and it's how we would communicate with nature, because we were predominantly, living for millions of years in nature. Every colour gives a message, and we don't eat blue. Blue is actually, we know that innately that blue is poisonous, and we know that blue is dangerous. So if we were to be given blue food, even though we might not instinctively consciously know it, instinctively we know there's something wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, so we steer away from blue food.
I have a slight problem with orange food, because I don't mind eating it, but I always think, so you put carrot on a salad, Simon laughs at this, but I always think it makes the food look cheap and, and makes it look a bit basic and cheap. Is there a reason for that?
One of the negative qualities of orange is actually cheap and frivolous.
Oh.
So if you are a brand and you're orange, or you're wearing orange, and the positive is fun and playfulness. So if you're being too frivolous, then people could actually start to think that that's what you are, because of the way that you're behaving, or maybe the way the brand is behaving.
Right.
Fake tan. Fair point of it.
Yes.
If you're completely orange, people think you're frivolous and fake.
Is it true that there's a colour committee who decide what colour trends there are each year?
Yes, there are. There's quite a few, depending on what country you're in. But they get together probably every 18 months to every 2 years. They're looking to see what is going on out there in the world.
Who are these people? Where are they from?
These people are from predominantly the fashion industry, because that's really what does lead the colour world. But it's from the car industry, from interior design, from manufacturing, and there's maybe about 12, 15 people. They get in a room and they discuss what is happening in the world, and then with fashion, it's about maybe every 2 years that then the colour will be released, because if you are if you run a business and you've got products, you want to know what colours should I use. Yeah. So they look towards the trend forecasting what's happening in a couple of years' time, so that they can manufacture their products in those colours.
Don't they have a monopoly on it then? It's commission, can't they go,
Yeah, it's still your choice, though, I think, as a manufacturer. You know,
so it could almost be that something happens in society that would provoke... Say, for example, if war, so things like khaki or something, that could be, say, right, OK, well, look, there's something major can happen at the moment. And whilst that seems quite a negative thing, that may influence colour decisions.
Yes, it could, and it could... Because a few years ago, yellow was the colour of the year, and that was really in response to what was happening with the economy. And yellow, positively, is the colour of optimism and the colour of, you know, looking for confidence. OK,
we're running out of time, and we really want to get to this. Football teams, right? We want to get to that quickly before we do that. Football teams, because they symbolise red, Liverpool. What does it mean? So
red is the colour of strength. It's the colour of power and dominance. It's also the colour that we see that moves the fastest. That's why red cars look like they're moving faster. So it's a really, really good colour for energy. Yeah. And so it's sort of like the brawn.
Yeah. Oh, blue.
Blue is the colour of the intellect. It's the colour of the mind. So perhaps when people are wearing blue, so for
John
Chelsea,
to demonstrate that to me.
the colour of tactics.
Ooh,
and so that could be, you know, so it's brawn versus brain.
White, because England are white.
England is white. Well, I'm not quite sure what that could be, but it's possibly that because the flag is red and white, so the uniform is symbolising its colour symbolism.
Yeah, we always seem to do better when we play in red, because we play either white or red, and we seem to be... Right, now you asked us to pick a colour. Now, my colour from this morning's disappeared from here, I think.
Ah.
So I've got to choose another colour now, I believe.
Mine hasn't changed.
You want us to choose a colour from today that attracts us, then you want to tell us about personality. Do you want to go first? Or?
Well, I don't know whether this might surprise you, that I've gone for that.
Okay. For the magenta pink?
Yeah.
And I have gone for that.
For the aqua. Yeah. So pink is possibly, I mean, because obviously we change our colours of what we feel like and how we're feeling, and we can also have a favourite colour, but quite often, and it could be that today, when it comes to the male side, when it comes to pink, it's about showing your softer side. Oh, so either you are, or that's what you want to do. You want to show your softer side.
Yeah.
And this colour is all about tranquility and peace and relaxing. So again, it's how you want to feel or how you are feeling.
How I want to feel.
And it could be after the show today, you might actually then really like another colour.
Yeah.
But it's very subjective in that way, and it's how you're feeling at any given time.
Some of these colours make me feel a bit horrible as well.
Do they? Which makes you feel horrible?
Well, typically that one.
You don't like orange?
No, I don't really.
Well, see, orange is all about playfulness and fun, so it's really then maybe
I'm boring, aren't I?
What that means to you. So maybe, need a bit more fun and playfulness in your life.
Yeah,
That's actually my favourite colour.
Is it?
Yeah.
OK, what happens then, just if you've got two people living together and they like different colours, and how does that happen if you both want to paint a room a different colour? So
it's then looking at, obviously, a happy medium, because if two people are sharing the space or more than two people, it's looking at the proportion of colours and the placement, and looking at also the tones, because it's also about the tones of colours.
But they're all right, they go.
Yeah, they work together.
We can do our place like that, can't we?
We do that in the West Wing.
We can live in that. OK, excellent.
Brilliant.
Thank you. That was very interesting. Thank you.
Now, after the break, Tim and I are in the kitchen.